19. Swear to God, I'm taking over 9.
Huh? What are you listening to?
Henry the Blasian.
Brand new.
I've been trying to fucking live. Silly, yo, I be gone like Cheerios. Really though, swear we finna get the gold.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Henry the Blasian here, and welcome back to another video, man. If I sound like I've got a little bit more pep to my video, or if it sounds like my voice is actually going at times, that's because I was celebrating yesterday. Why? Because the Los Angeles Lakers were crowned the 2019-2020 NBA champions, which means my favorite player of all time, Lebron Raymond James, is now a 4-time NBA champion, and one of my favorite centers of all time, Dwight Howard, has finally obtained his ring, man. So it was really nothing but good mood vibes yesterday. It's gonna be nothing but good mood vibes today. Even though you may not have been a fan of any of the teams in the playoffs, you still had to enjoy basketball, especially because they managed to still crown a champion amidst the whole pandemic and everything going on. So shout out to Adam Silver for that for sure. And now we don't have any more NBA basketball until 2021. So that's definitely gonna be tough, but it should be back in January, which is only a couple months. So let's hold on. Let's try to enjoy 2K as much as we can and stall us up until the 2021 season, which I'm very excited for already. But back to the main topic today. Today we're going to be talking about my season 1 God Squad. As the title says, the end of season 1 God Squad. Now I know on the top left it does say that there's 4 days left in this season. Now I do believe that the content we end up getting this week is really not going to matter. If anything, I feel like it's going to be super packs, or the players are just not going to be anything crazy that are really going to add on to my squad. So I'm really not too worried about that. And this Friday it is going to reset, so if you are grinding for that pink diamond curry, make sure you go ahead and get that done ASAP. You guys can see right here that we managed to completely finish this season, and I'm not gonna lie, after I finished grinding this season off, I kind of got bored, which is almost why I'm looking forward to the next season, because as much as I hated playing computers for offline challenges and stuff like that, I also kind of enjoy the grind at the same time, so I didn't mind it too much. And how rewarding it actually is this year, in my opinion, is actually worth it. Now if you guys are new to the channel, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit that sub button. We are on the road to 250,000 subscribers, so if you want to be one of them, that would be greatly appreciated, man. Let's also aim for 1,000 likes on today's video. But yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop on over to the lineups management and let's build ourselves our end of the season squad. End of season 1 God Squad. That's a perfect abbreviation right there. Also one gissa makes sense. Alright, so right here, boys and girls, we've got the blank canvas in which I'm going to be putting my players on here. Now I do always like doing this because you guys will get to compare your squads versus mine as well. Now keep in mind, you don't want to compare them too hard, because as a YouTuber I'm kind of doing this full time, so it's kind of easier for me to pick up more and the newer and the better players. So just keep that in mind. And having a budget team in the game this year is honestly already better than it is last year. Like, you can really keep up with certain cards already in the game this year if you pick up the right players. If you guys want a video on the best budget players to pick up, let me know down in the comment section below and I got you guys. But without further ado, man, let's get into this God Squad show off, man. And at the point guard position, guys, you guys should already know, I'm not even gonna make it a surprise, it should be pink diamond Steph Curry, the current best card in the game, no question. If you have played Steph Curry, if you have used the Steph Curry, you know exactly why. Not only does he miss, but he just seems to annoy the living life out of you while he does it. That is why I think grinding the seasons is so worth it, and why I'm looking forward to next season, because if this is what we got for season 1, oh baby, we must be getting like a T-Mac or Kevin Durant type card in season 2, because I don't know anything that's going to be able to top this card very easily. All I really need to do is add more Hall of Fame badges to him, and he's going to be able to keep up with whatever card keeps on coming out. So Steph Curry, I definitely see him staying on the squad for a very long time. Jumping over to the number 2 position, we've got ourselves this pink diamond Julius Erving, who is the collection reward if you collect all the diamond reward cards from all those NBA theme set, like the NBA Underdog, the NBA playoffs. You lock in all those diamond players, you get yourself this Dr. J. Is he worth locking in? I can't really say yes or no. In my biased opinion, yes, only because of how dominant the card is. 99 offense, 94 defense, the kind of stats that he has, not many cards that play the shooting guard position can offer you that. Plus, with the 3-point shoe, he's got an 86 3-pointer. He's already got the gold range extender. He's also very fast at his position, 94 speed, 97 acceleration, and an 86 speed with ball, I have found nothing but goodness from this card. The only flaw about him might be his behind the back, but that's about it. His jumper, amazing. His dunks, insane. Plus, he comes with 7 Hall of Fame badges. There's just not much complaining when it comes to the doctor himself, man. At the number 3 position, guys, we've got this 92 overall diamond Kevin Durant, who has just been nothing but amazing for me. There's definitely pink diamonds and other diamond cards that I could put at the 3 position, which I think is super interchangeable, depending on what kind of player you are. But in my case, I love this Kevin Durant at this spot, man. The 2 Hall of Fame badges, one being that green machine, the other one being that tireless shooter, makes him such a perfect offensive threat. He also got that catch and shoot. He's got that gold range extender. He may not be able to hold insane badges, and he may not have the most insane stats. Like, for example, he is not the fastest card at the 3, but he is faster than that pink diamond Paul Pierce, and I value speed so much on my team. So when I can notice that a player is significantly slower than another, I just have to put someone else in there. But Kevin Durant, in his case, he's got that nasty size up, he's got a nasty trustable jumper, and he hits corner 3s like they are layups. He just does not miss. That is one of the reasons I love this card. He continues to be a dominant force in the game. All you really need to continue to do is badge him up to match up with any cards that continue to drop. But even with that diamond LeBron, that diamond Paul George out there, he is still my favorite card to play at the 3. Kevin Durant, you got the sauce. Jumping into number 4, man, you already know this guy was gonna be on the team. The recent NBA champion, and the card I just did a gameplay with, 93 overall diamond LeBron James. Now, this is one of the cards I love the most at the 4, not because he's like a great shooter or anything. If I wanted a shooter at the 4 at this moment, I definitely throw in diamond Draymond Green. But the reason I love this LeBron James is because I feel like he's so balanced, yet has a very nice advantage on other power forwards at that 4 position. Because not only does he have a very nice driving layup, not only does he have a hittable mid-range and 3-pointer, he's got a nasty driving dunk. He can handle the ball fairly well. His defense looks like it's nothing crazy, but because of the weight of the card, he holds his own. But my favorite part about him being able to play the 4 is the speed. As I'll say over and over again, I like my players being fast, and that 93 speed and acceleration at the 4 is so unmatched at the power forward position. There is no other card that can play the power forward that will be able to keep up with LeBron other than LeBron James himself. If I catch this card on a fast break, it is basically game over. He's also got great strength. He doesn't have the greatest rebounding, but gets a lot of rebounds. Comes with 5 Hall of Fame badges: acrobat, relentless finisher, contact finisher, fancy footwork, and slithery finisher. For that reason, if you really needed to, I could run a 5 out with him, spread the floor, and just rim run with this card, because LeBron James is a full-on certified Derrick Rose type rim runner. He doesn't have the quick first step badge, but don't let that fool you, man. He will get buckets on you. Now, at number 5, guys, we've got this pink diamond 95 overall George Mikan, the domination reward. You guys should be fairly familiar with this card at this point. There's times I hate this card, and there's times I love this card. I'm gonna be honest, but one thing he seems to do pretty consistently for me is hit nice jump shots, get rebounds, and protect the paint fairly well. I really do not like his speed though, because at his height, I feel like he should definitely be faster, and him just feeling like he's slower than an Artist Gilmore card really drives me nuts. But he makes up for it by getting buckets on the other end, and once again, the rebounding and post defense of this card is actually really nice. I like him a lot. There's not very many dominant centers in the game right now. Like, a lot of cards right now, you're either good at shooting or you're very dominant in the post, but nothing really in between that area, which is kind of what I like about 2K right now, because you really got to pick your poison. I like George Mikan because I can still spread the floor with him while being able to get rebounds. I don't like a card like Porzingis, because even though Porzingis can shoot, he gets dogged so badly in the post by other centers that it just wasn't worth it. For that reason, we got Mikan starting. Now, moving on to the bench, at the point guard position, we've got diamond glitched John Stockton. So a very nice backup here for pink diamond Steph Curry. A lot of people have had to run into this card. He was known as one of the glitchiest cards when he first dropped, even though he's literally a glitched card. But not only can this card shoot, he's also nasty with that driving dunk. That says 90, but he will dunk on you more times than Derrick Rose. If you are not sending help defense with this card, you are in trouble. He's also got great defense. Now, in the end, he is still 6'1", which means people people can still blow by him. I found that the clamps badge is not as overpowered as it was in previous years, but I'm a big fan of how fast this card is. I'm a big fan of how fast his jump shot is, and in general, he's just a nice card. He may not have the craziest dribbles. Like if you're looking to dribble, that's when I'm really using Steph Curry. But if I'm looking to just rim run at people and really utilize that Hall of Fame dimer and floor general, that's kind of when I have John Stockton in here. Again, it really comes down to the situations, but having John Stockton as a backup point guard, that is definitely not a problem whatsoever. Now at the 2 off the bench, we got this pink diamond Dominique Wilkins. He's really good enough to be a starting 3, but I want my 2s to be very dominant, and having Julius Erving and now Dominique Wilkins coming off the bench again is just a ton of firepower to have just in case. Dominique is really similar to Julius Erving in the sense where he can go to the rim, he can actually shoot fairly well because he's got that 86-3 as well, and he's also got the range extender, but he's now also got that 98 driving dunk. The only big difference between Dominique Wilkins and Julius Erving is Julius Erving has a better jumper animation for sure, and Julius Erving I believe is also faster. Yeah, Dominique is a 90 speed, Julius Erving is like in the 95s and 97 and the 86 speed with ball. But that doesn't mean this Dominique isn't nice, because I really like this Dominique on both ends of the floor. He's really good on offense and he's really good on defense. Given that he is 6'7", he's going to be a problem for a matchup, and he's going to be good at closing out and will actually get a decent shot contest whenever the game decides to work on my opponents. He also has 5 Hall of Fame badges. The ones I really like are the ones where you go to the rim, the fancy footwork, and the slithery finisher are definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, Dominique Wilkins, you're a beast. Everybody knows it. That's why you're on the team. Now moving on to the 3 guys, if you manage to win a ton of games in Unlimited and then go 12-0 at the end, you get yourself this 96 overall pink diamond Paul Pierce. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too amped on this card. I thought he was gonna be a card that was gonna get outdated fairly quick, but 2K has been very balanced with their releases, making Paul Pierce still a relevant card to this day. The badges that he has are so big time: catch and shoot, clutch shooter, and tireless shooter. Not to mention his release is absolute butter. This guy might have one of the worst NBA takes of all time every day, but when it comes to NBA 2K MyTEAM, he's actually a walking bucket. Great driving layup, he's got a post fade that's actually usable, 92 mid-range and 3-pointer, 80 driving dunk. The only thing I just don't really care for on this card again is that 81 speed and acceleration. It just feels slower than that. Maybe it's because his hustle is only an 85, but it doesn't feel like he's really got 81 speed when he's running down the court. But again, his catch and shoot is absolutely butter. When I need a shooter in the clutch, I'll throw Paul Pierce at the 3. Sometimes I'll even throw him in at the 4 if I need some serious offense. That's kind of where LeBron James would sit down, and if I'm looking for a corner shooter, I know I can rely on this Paul Pierce, one of the greenest catch and shooters in the game given the badges that he has. Not a bad card in the game so far. Hopefully he has a decent lifespan when it comes to my team, but yeah, he's on the squad. At number 4 guys, we've got Diamond Draymond Green, one of the cards with the ugliest card arts in the game, but one of the cards that I was actually so locked in on locking in very early in the year. Early in the year, most people don't want to lock in for cards, but so many people locked in for this Draymond Green, and for very good reason. Even though it says he's only 83 offensive overall, a lot of people really like that 98 defensive overall, plus he came with 6 Hall of Fame badges, all of which were super nice. Now the Lob City Passer, nothing too crazy, but everything else, dimer, defensive leader, intimidator, post move lockdown, and tireless defender. As soon as I saw those badges, I was like, you know what, it's happening. And things only get better when you look at the attributes. Now I give him a shoot for that driving layup because it's kind of awful, but he comes with an 86 3-pointer. That with a coach boost is in the 90s, and let me tell you guys, his jumper is crispy and it's very easy to green. Also has an 80 free throw, a 78 driving dunk. Everything else isn't too crazy, especially his speed, only in the 78s. But again, this card is a solid defender on one end and a very good passer out of the post on the other end. If he gets an offensive rebound, you kick it out, boom, just like that. The Hall of Fame dimer is in effect, and I've just never had any issues using this Draymond Green. A lot of people still have him at the starting 4 to this day. I usually would, but you know I'm a big LeBron fan. I had to start him at the 4, but Draymond Green, still such a high caliber player in the game right now. Now at the 5 off the bench, guys, we've got this Diamond Dikembe Mutombo, who I think is still one of the best centers, if not the best center right now that you can buy in the auction house. I just love this card so much. Now I know he can't shoot, which means you can't run a 5-out or whatever, but I've never really been a big 5-out guy, and I've always found my offense regardless of whether I run a 5-out or not. The thing about Dikembe Mutombo, guys, is that he's 7'2". He's got the 90 offensive overall, 97 defense. I like how he's got an 88 post hook, so it's definitely usable. He can hit a free throw. He's got a decent driving and a very good standing dunk. But what I like the most about Dikembe is the interior defense, man. 96 block, 95 interior defense, and he's actually decently fast. He's 7'2", and he is way faster than Pink Diamond George Mikan. I actually end up using Dikembe Mutombo way more than I actually end up playing George Mikan, and that's because Dikembe usually ends up dominating the post. The thing about when I play a lot of people online is most people are looking to stretch the floor, aka they're using Porzingis or they're using George Mikan, and in that sense I kind of have advantage in the post with the Dikembe because Mikan's only 6'10", Porzingis might be 7'3", but you can drop step that card into eternity, no problem with Dikembe. And yeah, I've just had no flaws with this card. Now I know some people are gonna say, HTB, why didn't you just get the Pink Diamond Ralph Sampson? It's because that Ralph Sampson sucks, okay? A lot of people got baited into grinding for him. Me personally, I stopped at 4 rings so I could get myself a Hall of Fame badge that has not come through yet. I'm waiting for it, but that Ralph Sampson has only 44 speed. There's just too many flaws in that card to talk about. What I'm trying to say is Dikembe's the man. Now for the reserves, guys, I'm not going to get too into it, but a lot of you guys should know why I've got Diamond Giannis on my team. He helps a lot, especially when I need defense in crunch time. If I need offense in crunch time, I'll throw in Paul Pierce at the 4. If I need defense, that's where we got our boy Giannis Antetokounmpo. Our next reserve right here is going to be the Galaxy Opal Elgin Baylor. If I feel like Paul Pierce is a little bit too slow for my liking, that's where I throw in Elgin. Sure, I sacrifice a little bit of height, but I get way more athleticism. I'm still knocking down shots at basically the same rate. He just doesn't really have that range extender. But Elgin Baylor, don't get it twisted, he's still a dog, man. I just kind of got bored of using him. And then last but not least, man, you got Clay Day himself, one of the best value cards to get in the game. If you're a budget player and you have the chance to afford this card, pick him up. Whether you play him at the 2 or the 3, he's gonna be amazing. His catch and shoot jumper, absolute butter, and he's got it on Hall of Fame, a very good 3 and D card. I prefer to play him at the 3 personally because he's not the fastest card, but playing him at the 2 is still no problem. Running him sometimes with Pink Diamond Steph Curry is always a ton of fun to use the Splash Brothers. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the full squad is looking like. Now I know I could have basically set up my lineup to where I had a full Pink Diamond starting lineup and stuff, but the color of the cards, and I will say that all the time, the gem color does not always define how good a card is. But in this case, Pink Diamond Steph Curry is definitely the best card in the game. My 2 favorite cards on my team right now are probably Steph Curry and Julius Erving, and then probably LeBron James, and then maybe Kevin Durant, and then Dominique Wilkins, and then Dikembe Mutombo. A lot of the cards I have starting I know are good, but they're not my favorite cards. In this case though, this is what my end of season 1 God squad is looking like. So what would you guys rate this squad right here out of 10? Me personally, I think I'm gonna go with a 9, maybe 9.5. I don't think it's quite a 10 out of 10 squad, even though I basically have every player in the game. I just feel like I'm missing some key players that I could have from like the token market and stuff. But yeah, guys, this is the squad. Let me know what you guys think about it. With that being said, this is gonna be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. For you new viewers, you know you gotta hit that subscribe button and join the Blasian Nation, man. I am looking forward to season 2. I hope you guys are too, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching and take care.